It's hurricane season on the Black Warrior River. When hurricanes make landfall on the northern Gulf Coast, they're usually downgraded to tropical storms. That brings rain, and rain means catfish. But in order to catch catfish, you need bait. A favorite bait is salted bluegill. In order to catch bluegill, you need maggots. Ow. Catfishermen spend more time catching and making bait than catching catfish. This is how I do it.
Really?
Important note is when you have all your jugs out, just start catching more fish. Start catching more bluegill. We've had a lot of rain. We've had Alberto, tropical storm Alberto, whatever came through, and we were catching bluegill closer to the riprap wall, but then the wind kept pushing us too close to the wall, so I came back out here in the middle of current to try. Picked up a smallmouth, well, a spotted bass. Yeah, we got something. There we go, fellas. There we go. Sometimes drifting along don't cut it. Sometimes it really is jigging, a more jigging motion. Let it drip down so it hits the bottom. And I'll flip the bail, peel out some line like that, and I'll just kind of feel it with my hand. So I'm still hand lining, right? You're just pulling it with your hand like that. It's a lot easier on your wrist than trying to bend that long rod. Just you got a fly rod with that one little rod reel that I really like. Oh, my other rod's caught up. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's making noise, so we're catching them off the rocks. People want to see me catch catfish. Well, if you want to see me catch catfish, you're first gonna have to see me catch bait, because that's where it is. But we're out of the current. A lot of times, oh God, that drag. I can't even get. That's why you run two rods. Oh, come on. Guess where my needle nose pliers are. Bait. When you're drifting like this, don't be so quick to set the hook. And two rods is about all I can. Oh man. And the wind and the current are doing all the work moving the boat. I don't have a trolling motor. Everybody says, Damon, why don't you get a trolling motor? Why? The wind and the current are doing all the work for me. Why do I have to have a trolling motor? I mean, what? You just. I'm doing good just to have rod and reel for you guys, man. Wind and current today are in opposite directions. So I'm in the current here, but the wind's blowing opposite. And that's what's helping me keep position. Big gun. Come on now. Big gun. That's what you can get. Now that'll make me a couple sandwiches, baby. We done got another one. We're running 50-pound test this year. I ain't fooling around. They cannot pull these under, guys. And they are eating. Look at that big belly full. When it comes to jug fishing, don't do a lot of jug fishing when there's a lot of people out, like a lot of boaters and stuff. You're just getting in their way. Those hooks hold. That's what I mean by they'll poop on you. These little flags come from the hardware store. Just get you some flags, stick them down in there. You could paint them if you want to prevent them from rusting, but it doesn't matter. You've seen these in construction sites and stuff, so just get a bunch of them. Here's my rig. Big gun jug, my triple threat swivels, I'm going to 50-pound line. 6 feet down from that, dropper knot, one of my hooks, all the way down another 3 feet, all the way to the bottom. We'll put another one of my hooks and another piece of salted bluegill. And we put them overboard, like something like that. Oh, it's a jig action. They're not taking it on when you're dragging. You just have to let it straight down, and that's when they're. Ow. If he's 9 inches, no, it's just 8 inches. I'm starting to think about taking 9-inch bluegill and just putting them back, but as long as they're less than 9. You know, if I can't fit the catfish in my cooler, I'm not gonna keep it, right? And if they leave it alone, you can give it a little quick rise and fall. Ah, there we go. There we go. Storm front bite. Well, it's not a front. It's just that what happens is the current meteorological phenomenon is that it's really moist in this area. Very moist, and that moist air rises. And as that moist air rises, it starts condensing up there. There it is, way up there in the atmosphere. And what that leads to is these big, what they call cumulonimbus clouds. These clouds that just pile up on you. And they're actually very dangerous clouds. Pilots, I mean, there have been 747s down by these clouds. They're very dangerous clouds. And here, the reason it rains most every day this time of the year is not because there's warm fronts moving through or cold fronts moving through or stationary fronts or even hurricanes or tornadoes, although tornadoes do come about because of these. It's because of the local moisture that's just evaporating into the air, condensing, and then comes back down as rain. Because it may rain, you may not, the weather report, they can't predict a squall. Ahead of that squall is where we're getting bites, just ahead of that squall. So the question right now is, do I continue to fish this pattern or do we hightail it out of here? I'm probably gonna go get a burger, get back to the bank, get B-roll, then go get a burger from somewhere. They cannot pull these under. Catman hooks. They have this thing where they want to poop on. Gosh, they just keep pooping. We got a squall coming.